Hey everyone, Owlvine here. This week on Starting Out Solitary, we're talking about unique magical tools. So I have a bunch of tools that I wanted to share with you guys today that I use in my own practice. And I would like to say, after this video, I have a little announcement to make. So at the end of the video, I'll be saying something. So stay tuned for that. But let's jump into showing you some of my tools. So what are we going to start with? I don't know where to begin. All right, let's start here. So this is one. This is just a candle holder that I have. It has some wax in it, but I actually use this as an incense holder. So I just stick incense into the top there. So most of the tools I use in my practice, I find either in nature or I find at charity stores. And I kind of use them for something a bit different than maybe they were intended or whatever. But you can literally use anything as a magical tool. Like, I was thinking of just like pulling out all these random objects and being like, hey, this, but I thought I'd show you some that may be a little bit more fun. But you can literally use anything. So I like to find things that are perhaps, you know, for another purpose and repurpose them, or, you know, just use things that are fun and different and whatever. This is a purchased item, this one. This is a spell orb, which I bought from Starry-Eyed Supplies. And this has different flowers in it and some different herbs and things like that. I use this kind of as a general energy conductor, I suppose. So I often have this on my altar or somewhere near my altar. And it has certain energies within it that I am really drawn to at this time. So I have this just kind of sitting around. Sometimes I hold it as well, just to kind of feel more connected to those particular energies too. Oop. I use a lot of animal bones in my practice. I have like this huge pile of like stuff here. Crap, okay. Yeah, I use a lot of animal bones in my practice. I feel like they have a real primal energy, very Mother Earth, natural, and they just feel very conductive energetically and just feel really powerful for me to use. So a while ago I found this bone. So this most likely is just from someone's lunch, but I found this in a forested area, and it had a whole bunch of moss growing on the top of it at the time. It had been there for ages, and I just felt like it was a gift for me. You know, when you just come across something and it just, you know, you just feel it. I knew that this was a gift for me. So I took this home and I use this as like a kind of like a scepter, I guess. I don't use it as a wand, but just as something to hold, to kind of channel primal force. And I'm already feeling it. My goodness, this thing, I just always get really tingly when I hold it. But yeah, I use it as sort of an extension of my arm, I suppose, of my hand, but more as like a receptor of power, I suppose. Yeah. I use this when I'm doing sort of very primal and intuitive kind of magic. I like to use that. I have this is a crow's foot. And I use this kind of like a wand, I suppose, a wand-like tool. I've used it for banishing before. I've used it for protection as well. And I've used it when I need to like claw at a problem or reveal. That's the word, sort of reveal something as well. I've used that in workings as well. And I also have this. This is the last animal piece. This shrunken head. So this is made out of pig skin or monkey skin, depending on what animals are available at the time, and alpaca hair. So this was actually made in the Amazonian jungle, which is pretty cool, from one of like the first tribes who were making them. And I've used this as a fetish before, as a spirit house, and just for different little workings. I just touch him. I love him. I love him so much. He's just really badass, like so cool. So this is another one of my unique magical tools. So, what did I do with the other? Oh, it's right there. So I really like collecting sticks and things as well, and I don't really use wands. I'm not a big wand person. I just prefer to use my hands or kind of whatever's around, but I have collected a few. So this one is like an ocean one. This is a piece of driftwood that I found along the beach that I used to live at, or next to. And it fits really nicely in my hand. I haven't treated it or anything yet. I keep meaning to do that. One day I'll get to it. Yeah, but so that's sort of like has an ocean kind of power to it. And I found that after a really big storm too. And this is another one I have. This is just a native tree that we have here, but it has really, really beautiful markings, which I don't know if you can really see. My camera doesn't have autofocus. It's a pain in the butt when I'm trying to show you guys stuff. Yeah, but I just kind of sanded this down a little bit. But I really love natural items. So I like, you know, my wands and different things unadorned. Same with this piece. I thought of maybe, you know, tying something to it, maybe some bells, making it kind of a rattle or something, but I really like it as it is. I just feel like there's a real natural beauty. I just love that, you know, plain, unadorned, you know, and seeing all the patterns and shapes that are already in the different various pieces. So this is another wand that I use sometimes. Now I also have this, which is unique, I suppose. It is a rosary, and it has a pentacle, a pentagram on the bottom here. So, I forgot to do my nails. I was going to make my nails look nice. I forgot. So I spent ages trying to find one of these that I really liked, and I eventually found this, and it didn't come with its own chain, and I thought, oh, what am I going to put it on? And this is my grandma's rosary. She had loads of them, but this was the one that I took. You know, my mum was just getting rid of the other ones. I wish I had kept the other ones too, but anyway, I took this one because I really like the colours in it. And just one day it just came to me that I would take... Oh, that's right. What happened is the cross fell off one day when I was wearing it. And I was going to attach it again. And then I just thought to put this on there. And so this has become a magical tool for me. And I usually have this sitting on my altar. I actually don't wear it that much at the moment. I go through, I guess, stages where I do or I don't, but this has become quite a powerful tool for me. I also like to use rings for magical tools. So I've shown this one before. This is, you can't really see it. Let me put it against my hair. The Horned God. It's a goat. And for me it represents the Horned God, which is a deity that I work with, and a masculine energy that I really like to invoke. And I've done some very powerful workings with him and using this ring. So I like to kind of use them as a focus, and when I'm wanting to carry the energy around with me, I wear the ring wherever I'm going. I also have this one too. I actually only just got this today, but I'll show you because it's so cool. Which again, you can't really see because it's on focused. But yeah, so I just use various rings. Whatever rings I have, I've got rings with different shapes. I've got one with a crescent moon on it, and that's a very goddess one to me. So I'll wear those when I'm wanting to kind of carry around a certain energy with me, if I'm, you know, particularly if I'm leaving my space, you know, if I'm going about whatever it is out in the world, you know, I take these different rings and things with me, and got that power with me. And I've got this. This is a small, what is it? It's a plastic black panther, maybe? Jaguar, something like that. This for me represents intuition. What you say? So I was working several years ago on building my intuition. So on connecting deeper with my intuition, on being able to hear my intuition. And my spiritual mentor at the time told me to ask the universe, or, you know, my higher power, whoever it was that, you know, I address. For me, it was the universe. Ask the universe for ask the universe to see various things during the day. So, for example, for me at this time, I asked to see a black cat, and she asked to see a purple car or an orange car, or you can ask to see, you know, whatever. This kind of works on this intuitive thing. And then when you see that thing, then you thank the universe or whoever it is that you're addressing for bringing that to you, and ask for more. Right? It's just a little exercise to kind of build intuition. So for me, I was like, you know, I asked to see a black cat, and I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to see a black cat today. Where I lived before, when I did this exercise, we didn't have cats around. So I was like, I don't know how this is going to happen, but whatever. I walked out of my room maybe like half an hour later, and in this bowl of like marbles that was sitting out there, it was like this decorative, they're not really marbles, but little stones. There was this black cat sticking out. And I just cracked up laughing, and it was just such a powerful moment for me. I've got a bee wanting to come in. That I've kept this, and I use this in any workings that have to do with building my intuition, or just, you know, anything to do with my intuition. I like to use this little magical tool here. And I have this guy. So a while ago, when we first had started growing a garden, this is at my old house. It was the very first garden we ever had, and it was like a really big deal to us. And we purchased all these worms, right? There was like no worms in the soil where we were before. It's very, very sandy soil, very dry, where we were able to grow our little veggie patch. So we went and purchased some worms from a hardware store. They had just like a box of worms or whatever. And they just didn't look happy. Like, they were hardly moving. They were tiny. And we just thought, oh my goodness, like, you know, I don't know how these worms are going to go. So I went to a charity store, and I ended up finding this guy, and this says still staying alive. And I poured the energy of robustness and staying alive and, you know, getting larger and fertility and all that into this guy, and put this in the garden. And you know what? Those worms went crazy. They are still, we brought them with us when we moved, because we had them in our compost bin. And they went nuts. Like, I could not believe how many worms we had. There was just like millions of them, and huge ones. And we've got like, I don't know, we must have like thousands here now, that we, you know, they've just been multiplying and doing fantastically. So this is a little staying alive tool that worked really well. He just sits on my kitchen windowsill at the moment. He's not doing much, but he's been a powerful tool. And I have also this skull. So this is a candle skull, but I obviously haven't burnt it. I actually just really like it as it is. And I use this as a symbol of the divine masculine, or an aspect of the divine masculine that I work with anyway. And I really love this skull. I feel very connected to this skull. He's kind of changed symbols a few times over the last, I think I've had it for like 2 years now. It's a bit gross at the moment. It was sitting in my art space, so it's got like pastel powder all over it. Yeah, so I just really like that. I've got it sitting on a shrine at the moment, and it's just really cool. Like, I don't know if you can see the detail, but probably not. My son's gouged him a bit. Oh yeah, a little bit there. He's got like veins and stuff. It's very cool. And the very last thing I'm going to show you is this rock. I really like rock. I really like rocks. I really like rocks, and this one is a wonderful one to meditate with. As soon as I saw it, I went for a walk one time, went to this park and saw it there, and I was like, oh, I want to take that rock home. This just happens sometimes. You know, it can happen. Like, I don't take every rock home, that's for sure, and a lot less than I used to, because I have a lot of rocks now. But sometimes when you see them, you just like, something happens and there's a little connection. So this is a wonderful meditating rock, just because it's nice and heavy. It's actually really quite heavy. And this is my goddess stone. I feel like it really has the energies of primal feminine within it. So I love to meditate with this guy. So those are some of my unique magical tools. I have many that I could kind of pull up and show you, but I chose these ones. So what I wanted to say, my little announcement for the end of this video, is that this is my very last video that I will be making for starting out solitary. I have lots of other things that I really want to focus on this year. Things were getting a little bit too much. I have some goals that I've set for myself for my own YouTube channel that I'm really wanting to carry out. So there was a few things in my life that just kind of had to go for now. So this is my last video. It was a really fun one to finish off with. I have felt so blessed to be a part of this amazing team of starting out solitaries. I felt really warmly welcomed as soon as I came on, and I feel like I've learnt and grown so much from being a part of the team and from, you know, covering the different topics that I have. Some of them have been things that I wouldn't have tried to tackle, you know, if it wasn't part of my requirement for the week. But it's been really wonderful and so much fun. The channel's really starting to grow now, which is so exciting. We've got a whole bunch of new subs that have come on and new hosts, and it's a really exciting time on starting out solitary. I will still be an avid watcher and be, you know, checking out what's going on each week and what the topics are, and it's, you know, I'm looking forward to this new part of my journey. I'm very sad to go, but I just wanted to say a huge thank you to every single person on the team and every single person who watches this channel and who watches my videos. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will see you on my other channel if you are over there at all. Otherwise, it's been a real pleasure, and I may or may not see you again sometime in the future on this channel. Wishing you so much love, guys.